Alright. Hello. Hello. I've never figured out how to pronounce your name, Ninja. I'm just going to call you Ninja. I remember seeing you in chat before, but hello. How is you? What is up? So we are just kind of wandering around the what is it? The Untersee? The Untersee. Oh, you check logs by that. All right, we ended up leaving off at the Shepherd Isles, which is the farthest I've gotten away from fallen London. And I'm just gonna kind of see if we can get another port report and then head back to London because we're kind of heavily damaged at 22, and we also, I believe, yeah, we've got 39 echoes, so we just need more money. You back this game and have never played it, so I'm interested. Well, it's got fantastic writing by Alexis Kennedy, who also did the writing for, um, what do you call it? The new game Cultist Simulator. So, if you like good writing, I'm going to be doing a lot of reading. Up to you if you want to stick around for the reading. Anyway, Course, the bearded watchman tells you. There are no actual shepherds on Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly illegal here. No, indeed. It's just the name of the gentleman who founded the island. Greybeard, sitting in the village square, nods solemnly. No sheep, one says, but plenty of tails. Ask us anything. Let's see here. I think I've got Lotra Terra 1. You have 19, yes. A picnic at the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers will sell you mutton stew and kefir and stone bottles of cold, fresh spring water and row you over to the stones. That's 5 echoes? That's not too bad. Yeah, he also did the previous game in the series called Fallen London, which is a browser game, which I'm guessing that you've played, Meat Ninja. Hello, Rage Michaelis. I'm doing well. Ended up getting back home a little bit earlier, so while I thought we were going to be starting later, we are not. We are actually starting on time. Let's see, tales. Let's gather some tales. I think the tales of Thornwell Croft. What about that isle to the north, the one that isn't bridged? That old devil called Light. We did have a bridge, but the ship of lights came through here once. Hull of shining brass, lamps like stars. All those damned on deck at once. Couldn't tell if they were laughing or screaming. Plowed through the bridge and kept on going. Everyone who tries to rebuild it bursts into flames. So we don't try to rebuild it anymore. You gain 5 fragments. Neat. We have 1 times Z story. What's that used for? Strange truths are told of the waves and what lies beneath. The lies are even stranger. Oh, those damn them all to dams. They're already on a damned boat. Oh, we only got 1. Okay. We got an enrage an officer, the sigil-ridden navigator. Let me guide your ship. I know all of the Z, how it was, how it will be. Please, the headaches only stop when I'm working. What do I need for you? We need echoes. Okay. Can we sell something? Oh, I really don't want to sell supplies, but I also really want that officer. But I also cannot repair if I... First officer who... Hey, Nudge. How are you? Can we sell anything else? Not really. Okay, we'll come back. Is that... No, that's a lighthouse. Okay. I was worried for a second. Alright. We're gonna head back to London. Right now I'm too worried about running out of food and fuel to really consider anything else. So London's over this way. Is that a jellyfish? Can't sleep, so I thought, why not come on? Well, hope you're interested in a lot of lore, because that's what's going to be happening. Ah, shit. We seem to have aggroed this jellyfish over here. Ah, god damn it. Kind of don't want to fight this thing. Not right now, at least. Oh, damn it. Your ship founders. There are screams, a flood of dark water, the unforgettable sound of a ship's spine breaking. An ironclad will. Okay. Well, that was our first death. No more. Sleep. I was wondering how that would end. I should have turned the light off so that it wouldn't have noticed me. Pretty much anything could have killed us at that point, and it just happened to be a jellyfish. Okay. So this is what happens when we die in this game. Retain 50% of their heart's value and one officer. So we get to choose inherited officer. Okay, we have to keep this little guy. He's just too useful. Retain 50% of their pages value and their charts. Yeah. Nah. Officers are far too valuable right now. The Clarier, actually, I think is what we're gonna go with. Raise a child and bring its gifts from the Z. I think that's pretty much all we can do right now. Three decades ago, in the reign of oh, right. Okay, we've already read through most of this. I'm not going to go through anything I've already read. Choose a past. We are going to be... I like being the poet. We might actually be the poet this time, just so we can get more pages and therefore more level ups. Experience. You have intuition. And your friend, the sly navigator. He's a little vague, but he probably knows what he's doing. Perhaps you can find someone else, eventually. Ooh, he's got mirrors. You were a struggling poet. Now you're a Z captain. Your a stranger quality is gone. Welcome to the world. Let's see. Let's get wealth this time. just to see what it does. The Untersee is full of riches, death and darkness too, but it's worth the gamble. To win, gain a substantial retirement fund, upgrade your lodgings to a mansion, and retire. Neat. I am going to be my lord. We haven't a name yet. Shadowed Stranger. Does it have the same microtransactions to play thing? No. It's just pay once. What silhouette will we have? I think this one suits us. Names. Who wants to be a lord? And what do you want to be called? Just keep in mind you are very, very, very likely to die until I get to later areas. Yeah. We're gonna be rich, I tell you. Trying to figure out what we want to name him. Lord Fluffy Bottom. We'll do Lord Fluffy Bottoms, why not? So I'm not going to read through everything at this point because we've already seen a lot of it, but I am going to be reading through new locations. So areas that we haven't been to. I'm actually really bummed out that we got killed by the stupid jellyfish, but whatever. The Labyrinth of Tigers. Oh, this is new. The Labyrinth of Tigers is open under patronage of the London Zoological Society to cautious visitors for educational purposes. Here you may see the devil apes of Farmandalay, the thing in the mirror, the Cantigaster's children, the gargantuan cave snake, the inhabitor of wolves, the hybrid fiend. NB the management recommends that you arrange your exit well before the closing time. Interesting. Sell a harlot fry for 500 echoes. That's a lot. Provide a rare creature of the labyrinth. Are those young siren serpents? Marvelous, marvelous. We'll pay you handsomely, of course we will. Purchase a live specimen from the labyrinth. It requires a lot of echoes. Huh. Okay, we've already done this, so we're going to go ahead and sell this. Neat. And B stands for Nota Bene. Note well. Okay. Have you played a lot of this, NB? I'm guessing not, given the questions. Okay, let's see if we can get a passenger. Agree to carry the unsettled salvager to Venderbite. She visits Wolfstack every day in the stained rags, begging for passage. No captain will look her in the eye. She embraces you. I'd kiss you, my lord, but my beloved is prone to jealousy. We were parted, but the ancient captains at Venderbite will know where she is. All right. Read the morning paper, because that's actually really useful. Go back to the rest of the city. Adopt a Blumigan again. A polite bow. You extend your hand and the Blumigan leaps on. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on with a pen in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's gangplank, The creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosun winces as you bring it aboard. Yes, we like our ptarmigan. Okay, let's go ahead and figure out where... Okay, we need to go to Gator's Morn. Again. Ugh. And Carews and the Wolfstack Docks. We can go for hiring more crew, but I'm not really all that in need of crew. 8 out of 10 is fine. Also, hiring more crew increases the rate at which this goes down, which I'm not too much. We can take a tomb colonist. So we'll do that. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Hey, Level and Zeb. Hello, both of you. How are you? So, Spec, how do you enjoy this game so far? I'm actually genuinely surprised it took this game as long as it did to end up on top. Also, we've got everyone wanting to go to Venderbite right now. It's kind of amazing. I just realized we want to go visit Hunter's Keep real quick, because Hunter's Keep will give us more supplies and food. Which, oh wow, Hunter's Keep turned. Like the entire island turned about 45 degrees. Huh. That's a little bit unsettling. Oh sweet, we get to see the failure on this one. You peer through a half-open French window and into a grand parlor. Grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. A log pops, and the woman by the fire gives a violent start. You cannot restrain a start of your own, and her eyes meet yours through the glass. She claps her hand to her mouth in shock. There's nothing to do but step apologetically into the room. "A visitor!" the pianist, the youngest, cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest, "Who you frightened?" sighs. "Excuse us," she says. "Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us?" Okay. We didn't actually get a chance to have lunch with them this time. Let's reconnoiter the island. The parlor is empty. Where are the sisters? The maid makes it clear, through a series of unwelcoming growls, that Phoebe, Lucy, and Cynthia are all three indisposed. No lunch today, apparently. Yeah, we ended up dying to a jellyfish. That just happened to run into us as were really low health and trying to get back to port. I need to figure out how to evade a little bit better. Started falling asleep last night on stream, but I wanted to finish Act 2. Oh, were you doing Path of Exile level? Or what were you playing? Ah, Diablo 3. Okay, gotcha. Not the other game that everyone else has been playing. Wow. What a betrayal. Even when the sisters aren't feeling sociable, they can be tempted out of their lair by the smell of new stories. Let's talk to Lucy. We lost 20 hunger, gained 1 supply, which is the reason we do this, and we gained the attention of the gods of the Z, Stone's attention. All right, now we can leave. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the light. I just realized, what size boat is our boat? Competent? Probably. Trustworthy? Possibly. Luckily, because our lights are off... Ah, damn it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he didn't notice us. Ah! Didn't even get a chance. What do we get? Oh, we got a bale of parabola linen. That's actually pretty valuable. This is occasionally hazardous. F. Okay. And here's vendor bite. We needed vendor bite. The new tomb colonist surveys vendor bite, shaking her head. It won't do, she says. It won't do at all. I had no idea the place would be quite so unprepossessing. Perhaps we can liven it up a little yet. If only I knew a helpful Z-captain. Bring 10 units of mushroom wine to vendor bite, and perhaps they'll have something for you. That sounds like a proposition I can get behind. We just need to get enough money to do that. That's going to be the hard part. You've lost 1. Yep. Find ancient captains to speak with the unsettled salvagers. It shouldn't be too hard. What else have they got to do around here but molder? Terrible bad luck. An assortment of decrepit Z-captains gather around her, compelled by tradition, honor, or boredom. She picks her nails and closes her eyes when at last she speaks. I want to find Lady Black. The captains that can run do. The rest shuffle away as swiftly as they're able. Only one remains behind. How long were you down there? He asks. 20 minutes, she replies. The captain puts his hand on her shoulder. Seek the house of the keel in Polythreme, he says. But if you can forget her, do so. It's possible. He embraces her and departs. All right, then. I guess we're going to Polythreme, wherever that is. Someone's trying to get our attention. Yeah, it's because we've got the Clatterier. I might actually tell her about her father real quick and just see what happens. Visit the first curator. Go ahead and get the accept the commission. Oh, hey. Venderbite is not the most promising place for shore leave. Too much decay, too little light, too many bandaged walking corpses. Few companions of easy virtue. No cinnamon, no recent newspapers, very little pickled cave herring. And we can gather some gossip. Yep, and we've got the port report. Fantastic. Okay, so the port report was what I wanted. I think we're going to head straight back to Fallen London. And Fallen London should give us what we need. I think they've got enough. We might have to look around, but that's fine, since we still need to visit the other location. What do you call it? Pirate Bay? Whatever it's called. You shared fire once and the other person got burnt. Well, how safely did you share the fire? That sounds like you didn't share it very safely at all. The waves are flecked with light. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. Still a wee bit worried about how I'm going to pay for rent this month, but I've got savings if I need to use it. Next month everything should be a little bit better since I can actually plan around this. The cat costs a lot more than I was expecting, so. But I love her all the same because she is adorable and requires very specific food, which is weird. Never knew a cat could like cheese. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Services work closely with the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today, they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. Admiralty favors. It's good to know. I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so don't have to really worry about it. But it's good to know what I could use. When something awaits you. Yeah. Okay. You have nothing to hide. This will also reduce your suspicion if your suspicion is 5 or more. Vexed and frustrated. They roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last, they leave. How's the cat? Oh no, she's actually not a fan of tuna. She likes cheese. She likes cheese-covered chicken. That's pretty much the only thing she will eat. Where is my cat? Is she? Okay, she's behind me. Hey, Elsa, everyone's wondering how you're doing. Elsa? Elsa? You cannot call this cat. She is just determined to ignore you. Okay, let's collect messages from the Harbor Master. Which means we could... A very fine evening to you, Captain. We'll accept it. And now we have menaces. I've actually been able to call cats, Envy. I've had a couple of cats that do respond. Wow, we just... This labyrinth of tigers is not going anywhere. Hello, Rosa's Wharf. Solace fruits. Can we buy a solace fruit? Let's see, journal, shops. No, solace fruits are rare. Okay. However, what we can buy... where is it? Casks of mushroom wine. Which we need a lot of. But we're about to visit the other place that we can get stuff. Officers... No. London. Go to the Admiralty. Oh, we can also... We have a secret, so we can get into the university now. Does this cost anything? This costs 10 echoes. We don't really have that much to spend. We can hire more crew, but we haven't lost any crew. Oh, we have a new recruit. Someone wants to sign on. On later visits, different officers will sometimes be available. If there's more than one choice, you can choose one per visit. Engage an officer, the irrepressible cannoneer. My lord, are you looking for a gunner? I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for a whistling shell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it? I like this guy. What does he need? A lot of echoes. Huh. The sigil-ridden navigator is also an option. I like the cannoneer though. What's he do? Oh, hello, Elsa. Okay, she's over here. She's at her little scratch lounge. She's very happy with her scratch lounge. Okay. I really need to set up the cat cam so everyone can watch Elsa, because I am not all that interesting all the time, but the cat is always interesting because she is a cat and therefore requires interest from everyone. Your cat responds to his name because it usually means no. Yeah, that's what Elsa's usually responsive to her name as well. Yeah, and I've been able to convince Elsa that sometimes if she comes over to me and when I ask her to, she will get pets. But not all the time. That's usually whenever she's underneath the bed. Anyway, sigil-ridden navigator engages Zaylor. This will simply increase your crew by 1. I don't care. I want this irrepressible cannoneer. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold off on this right now. We're going to go and turn in the Admiralty surveys. Hunters Keep. Yep, that'll give us 5. And that'll give us 10. That'll put us up to 30. So that will allow me to buy the cannoneer. Okay. And then after this, we can probably go a little bit farther and just look around. Because now we've got... Yeah, now we've got... Oh, shit, 18 fuel barrels. Yeah, we are set for a while. You can't produce enough hydrogen. Why is this a problem? What's going on? Go ahead and engage you. We now have 1 irrepressible cannoneer, who I imagine increases our iron by a small amount. Officers. Gunnery officer. You know what? We haven't talked to either the first officer or the gunnery officer. Let's take a look. Hello! What can I do for you? I have lists. Lists. He's very happy. He, she? I don't know. Invite the cannoneer to dine with you. I've had enough to eat, thank you. I don't eat much. But I'd like to demonstrate some ideas I've had. Can you meet me on the afterdeck at 8 bells? Ooh, we can increase our iron. Oh, that's actually really good. But we also want... Okay, how much iron do we have now? Pages, hearts, mirrors, iron is 39. What is oxygen not included? I feel like I've heard of the game before, but I've never actually played it. No more than 100. Unlocked with hull 10. Oh. Is this gonna hurt my hull? Yep. That is indeed going to hurt my hull. Oh my word. We need to... Sorry about that. There, that's how... Only small... Look at that. All's well that ends well, and in the end, all manner of things shall be well. You gained 2 times iron. Wow, that's really good. We gained a lot of fragments, too. And we lost 7 hull. You know what? I'm not even going to be mad about that. That was just good. How many secrets do we have? Somewhere I'll have to figure out where you actually check. Okay. So that's... We can't actually talk to the cannoneer very much. A lot less than the other officers, at least. The Z captain. Look at it out there. It's not our friend. Don't forget that. What does he seek at Z? But now you mention it, I have always had a desire to see Frostbound. The place where the Z rises to become a castle. The place where questions and riddles do battle for truth. He sighs dreamily. But he is watching you carefully. Yes, Frostbound. Can be found in the very north of the Z. Interesting. What about the Clairiere? Unlocked when learning about the Clairiere is seeking knowledge of the Clairiere. Heart in Adam's Way. Okay. So she's looking for something. You know what? Let's try and romance the Clatterier and see where we get. Despite her ironical eye. No caresses. She undresses you and stands scowling at you, as if choosing where to make an incision. Then, fingertips and the point of her tongue. She's not exactly impatient, but determined and precise, and she knows exactly what will produce the most intense sensation. Your vision blackens near the end, but she never quite goes too far. When you are too drained and dizzy to move, she gives you a smug look that you could possibly interpret as affection. You have fraternized with one of your officers, of course. And we've lost some terror. New total of 5. Okay. Huh. Wait, it is not enough oxygen, or is oxygen not included a space game? I feel like it is. You have 10. Sure. Does she wield a fork the same way she wields surgical instruments? Precise bite size. The cooked flesh arrives still in its shell. From the claws, 8 legs, body, and head, she renders a dozen neatly bite-sized piles of shredded flesh, sutured with mushroom, or pinned together with a needle of chitin. Perhaps she has missed her calling as a chef. She denies it. My mother was the child of a surgeon in the first city. You might say that knife work runs in the family. There's a wicked, quirking smile at the corner of her mouth. Then there are the rumors about my father. She would deny there's any truth in those. An occurrence. Your learning about the Clattery air's quality is now alerted to the rumors. Yep. And we still can't talk to her about her father. Okay. Cool. That was worth doing. Is there anything else? We now have recent news. This costs, what, 10 echoes? Yeah. And reduces terror a little bit. Sweet, we can purchase an elegant townhouse for 1,000 echoes. Unlocked when memoirs, quality of lodgings is. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's take a look at our hold. Oh, right, we also need to, we want to sell these. We have supplies. We need more casks of mushroom wine. And officers journal. We need the journal. Hello, kitty. Whoops. Oh, you rapscallion. Gators Morn, that's the place that I want to go. How much wine do I need? $10 wine. Okay, thank you. Usually I check the journal for that, but the journal doesn't actually say, surprisingly. All right, let's go. We're going to go further up north. Or actually, no, we're going to go to the west this time. No, east. West is into a sheer rock. We might see if we can't take down a pirate ship or two. We have a little bit more firepower this time because we've got the cannoneer. Let's visit Hunter Keep. Give them news. Actually, Ha! I see your problem, Mr. Ship. Okay, here we are. This is Gator's Morn. Things will shift, but not far, it looks like. As long as I keep my lights out, I have no real danger of being attacked. It doesn't take long to make back most of the progress that you lose when you die. It's actually pretty nice. Field Haven, Flitterstone Isle. Oh no, Field Haven is where we left off last time. Well, we might as well. So this is where we started this session. Let's hear about the standing stones. A long way from home. You heard of the Pillared Sea, where Irem lies. Wise men from Irem came here 80 years ago. He planted 3 pillars. They were as big as his fingers when I were young. Now they're as you see them. In my son's time, they'll be as big as dock cranes. Neat. And compile a port report. Tentacles! Always useful. Okay. Actually. Nope. Oh man, look at the art of this game. It's so unique to the game, too. Well, I guess it's not perfectly unique, but very few things actually are. See if we can't actually take this thing out this time. There we go. A Gillifleur's End. The Gillifleur. Is it a young jellyfish? A lesser subspecies? Did the dreams of jellyfish become real? In any case, now it's a sad slick of goo, dissolving into the Z. Huh. Do we get a port report out of this? Unlocked when surveyed, visages, yeah. Watch its oil rainbow colors fade. A face? From above, the Gillifleur's cap does look a little like a woman's face. She dissolves like smeared paint. That might not have been worth it, but it was interesting. And I feel like that's kind of the point of this entire game, is just finding interesting stuff for the sake of interesting stuff. Wait, what's this over here? There's an island. Crab cake. That does indeed look like a crab cake. There are no islands within the Zvat's range. We are well out at sea. The labyrinth of eels. I like how, until you've discovered a island, they can actually be completely hidden from you. Even if you're staring right at them. I do like crab cakes too. I hate the smell of crab cakes, but I really actually love the food. Tanachuk. Is it a crab? That is a crab. Ah, damn it. There we go. Tried a couple of faster shots, but it was all for naught. Alright, let's see if we can actually pull this off this time. Dissect it for knowledge. Use that to work with your knives and acids. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops, of one of the deep sea crab species, but its eyes, normally vestigial in this troglodytic beast, are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then from your knife. Ooh, we gain more fret. Neat. Okay, so that's the labyrinth of eels. Venderbite, or the place we're looking for isn't where it used to be. A sunless sea will equal home. Hey, radiating elf, how are you? Don't think you've ever had a crab cake. Crab cakes smell awful. Like, I'm not even gonna try and hide that. They smell atrocious. However, they're really tasty. At least to me, they are. Do we want to try the labyrinth of eels? We've got enough fuel. Yeah. Let's see if we can't find something in here. Oh, there's a shark over there. I would prefer not to gain its attention. Okay. I was kind of curious what enemies were in there. So giant sharks is the answer. Let's take a look around Crab Cake. Maybe there's something that we missed. Also, our terror is going up at a prodigious rate. Maybe leave the light on, I guess. Terror slows down. You drench them in dipping sauce. Yeah, that's accurate. Pigment Isle. This is new. Alright, let's go ahead and land here. See what we can find. On a lonely desert beach, there is no habitation in sight, no market, only an old rotting dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp black earth, from which sprout stunted palms? Not quite. Tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. Disembark. See what awaits you. War? As you step onto the quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shooting. You can see, off in the distance, smoke rising from beyond the hill, and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving, as if awaiting your approach. The following is an extract from the popular diary. What? Diary of a Z captain from London to Irem, and what they did before they arrived. Washed ashore on Mutton Island, and subsequently serialized in the unexpurgated Gazette. The author's identity remains unknown. The Tale of Pigmote Isle, in which a delegation is made, a choice is presented, war is declared, a most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded, but with tooth and claw. I mean, I'm not really that surprised, Envy, but I was kind of expecting sharks, or not sharks, eels. Instead, we just got a gigantic shark. It's just Chapter 1. The Delegation. The figures were rodents. To my left was a ratus faber, wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the high Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The rat stepped back, at precisely the same moment. With what appeared to be the ease of a long habit, the guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Devereux Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches, seneschal to our King Gracenar, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The two stood at attention, looking at me expectantly. Huh. One rodent or another. His eyes... I spoke to the chief engineer. His eyes had a wave-cold glint to them, and he wore his scars like jewels. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long, measurable moment before speaking gruffly. We came to this island to make a home for ourselves away from London. Its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a for some reason I want to say beatific, but that's not a word. A beautiful city by the light of the rat star that showed brightly and blue on Mount Ararat. The chief engineer nodded toward the distant hill. One day, we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of Mount Ararat, we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Kavi saw the light and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them? How did an armored guinea pig manage to look regal? A knight out of habit. The seneschal clears her throat with a delicacy to rival the Duchess' own before speaking. Grace na, the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months had sojourned on the sea, conquered this land, and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain. No city walls be left for him to gain. Save the rats that squeak behind mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance. Assured shall be our glory and their full. When our lady's eyes restored, be to our whole. The seneschal composes herself, then added, We saw truth and beauty to the light of our lady's eye on Mount Caveat. But the rats, with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics, stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are rebel, and we will rule them with the steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us? I think I'm kind of wanting to join the rats, to be honest. I'm going to side with the chief engineer. Oh, we could attempt to broker a peace, too. That's on the list again, level. I added it last night, so people can once again vote for it. You really like that lounge, don't you? I never expected a cat to enjoy her lounge so much, but she really does enjoy her scratch lounge. Because she just sits in it, and no matter what angle she's sitting at, she can scratch. So she just really enjoys sitting in it. It looks so adorable, like a big loaf. Cat loaf. You know what? That's probably where I should... Hang on. Let me try something real quick while we're doing this. Let me see if I can move the... Oh, sorry. There might be some bumping of mics. Let me see if I can move the webcam to focus on the kitty cat. Yes. You're going to be a star. Assuming I've got this lined up right. Let's see. And then all I've got to do is flip it on. Yes, there you go. Now you have my cat. And I can't really angle it downwards further than that. She is adorable. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Citing... Can we broker peace? Honestly, I kind of just want to side with the rats, though. I sided with the chief engineer. He seemed grumpy but honest. Also, I know all too well what rat-made weapons can do. A friend to rats. I extended a finger to the chief engineer, who shook it grimly. The seneschal hissed and chattered her teeth in disgust, but kept her distance. You've made the right choice, said the chief engineer. Let me show you around. Neat. Your memoirs. A rat in the making quality is now won. You chose to help the rats. Chapter 3. A rat in the making. It is a meow. Look, I figured out how to turn the webcam on so people can watch Elsa when she's sitting in the box. I have no idea if she'll actually stay there. She might. That's entirely up to her, though. Yes. I figure she'd make a much more interesting webcam target than me with my fugly face. The chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of what can only be termed checkpoints, as fierce-eyed rats shouldered their derringers and saluted the chief engineer. Soon we came upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations I had encountered in London flats. Perhaps only 50 Rattus Faber altogether, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. The first thing I noticed was a brilliant light, beaming out from a stump of chickenwood about 6 feet high. It bathed the whole settlement in a clean blue glow, and it was almost too bright to look at. By its light, I could see several raised mounds of earth, suggesting the shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation was set up by the water, an albino rat mending nets while others stabbed their sharpened sticks into the waves. Further inland was a barracks, where a sergeant barked drills at a small squadron of fighters. My arrival drew attention, and several rats paused in their work to look at me curiously. "Welcome to Marinia," said the chief engineer, voice warm with pride. "It's not much to look at now, but it will be once we're rousting the once we've rousted the cabbies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council." With that, he vanished into one of the mountains and left me to explore. Who ever heard of rats mending a net? Where the green billows played. An albino rat smiled at me from his mending work, looking dainty and a little shy. "Chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things. Blind fish, crabs, sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle. But the fishing would never be so good without the rat star." He beamed. "I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know that the chief science officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood." Well, I'm glad that I chose you guys then. So you managed to complete 5 prophecies on a single map on my new sheep. Yeah, that's fairly common. Prophecies tend to just drop like candy. I actually have a lot of trouble keeping up the silver coins to use them, which I think might be intentional. We'll visit the rats' barracks. The drill sergeant appeared to be sizing me up. Were the rats around her really all she had to launch an attack? We were fighting impressive odds. I approached the drill sergeant and went so far as to salute her, which earned me a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismissed her troops and offered me a bit of chickenwood jerky to gnaw on. "There's more of us below the ground," she explained. "But not enough. The cabbies are bigger and there's more of them. We're better with weapons, but we haven't got the stuff to make them with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools, and the fur on our backs. We can fish and we nibble the chicken woods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The cabbies came with their own steamer, and they seem to have endless supplies. We raid 'em sometimes, but there's so few of us, and we can never hold on to territory gained for long. But that's no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace to build our republic. And the Rat Star, she added thoughtfully after a moment. Of course, we want that too. Yup. Hey, Izzy. Kitty. She's super happy. She tends to get like this, where she's just like very sleepy after she's eaten, for obvious reasons. She doesn't have much to do. I probably should get her a new toy. Unfortunately, I accidentally broke her old toy by stepping on it. I can still kind of use it, but it's significantly shorter and kind of painful for me to hold. Okay, so that's the rat barracks. Take a closer look at the Rat Star. An excitable-looking rat was peering at it through smoky goggles, twitching her whiskers and making notes on what appears to be real paper. Blue as a sapphire, but endlessly more brilliant. It's not a star, of course, not really. But try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince them. Says this is better for morale. But just look at it. Look! She offers me her goggles. I managed to work them over just enough of my eyes to see the truth of what she was studying. It was a scintillac, but unlike any I'd seen before. Blue as a sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its color was tremendously soothing. The chief science officer tittered with pleasure as I handed her goggles back. Those of us who've been to the Cavi side of the island lived to tell of it say that there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all round, but nothing like this. We took this from the island center, Mount Ararat. Only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow. There's sweet water inside and coral crawling all up the walls of it. But nothing that glows save this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from us. They are literal rats. Just gigantic rats. Their specific species is called Rattus faber, aka giant intelligent rats. We have the Calvies on the other side who are actual guinea pigs. They got knights. Yep. And I think we've finished our exploration. The bells of the War Council rang. I was summoned. Ooh. Hang on a moment. Oh, we can't get out of this one. Yep, this is actually locked. Yeah, we can't close it either. Okay. The chief engineer emerged from the underground with a motley assortment of other rats. He introduced them as weapons experts, strategists, and field commanders. So you're going to help us beat the Cavies, he said, a hard edge to his voice. But how exactly? I determined to take the lead. I had a ship. I had cannons. We would steer her to the southern side of the island and have at those uppity animals. Ah, we failed. Oh shit, our terror's getting kind of high. Let's just go. Oh god. Cute kitty. She's very happy. And that's all I could really ask for. That she is a very happy kitty. the bitterest of defeats. I gave clear orders. My navigation was impeccable. But it seems the Cavies got a wind of our intentions quickly enough that they were able to man the guns of their grounded pinnacle and give us a bracing dollop of what for. Their ship was already sunk, and its crew provided only tiny targets. It was an impossible battle. The shame of being defeated at Z by a race of guinea boars was bad enough. Worse, however, was that several members of the crew who complained that the triumphant weakening of the Cavies now haunted their dream. Oh, God. No! We're gonna try again, God damn it. Aha! Gotcha! A palpable hit. The rats gave me what information they possessed about the Cavi settlement, but I still had to improvise a great deal on the spot. A perfect storm of speed, stealth, and strength in arms favored us. Our cannons let fly a volley of shots onto the beach before the Cavies could scramble onto their grounded ships to man its guns. Screams and squeals filled the air. The enemy fled. She does look so comfortable. She really likes that lounge. I'm glad I got it for her. A damp hush settled over my crew as the smoke cleared to reveal the torn, bloodied bodies of guinea pigs littering the shore. A grim business, but I had honored my commitment to the rats and found a wealth of scintillac ringing the beach to harvest as spoils. Yay! Hail Marinia! 2 houses, alike in dignity. Not that this is saying much, mind. An occurrence. Your Pigmoat Isle might quality is now 5. Adequate. Your Pigmoat Isle civilization. Oh, is this how you unlock? Oh. Okay, so one of the possible legacies is that you end up giving us having a like you just create your own colony. This might be how we do it. That's kind of interesting. Pigmoat Isle spirit quality is now 3. Conflicted. Times 3 scintillac. Coral that glimmers as if moonlit. It makes marvelous jewelry or terribly expensive tea. And we gained a bale of parabola linen. The house of Cavi has fallen. Marinia was triumphant. All that remained were the celebrations and a continuation of our voyage. Oh, how we feasted long into the night. Then, we could get one. Albino Tinker. Intercede on the behalf of the Cavies. Huh. What do you guys think? Should we intercede on behalf of the Cavies? Oh, pet that cat. Pet that cat. I do want another crew member. And I don't think we don't have an engineer right now. I would love it, actually, if... After all, what's a ship without a few rats? Welcome aboard. The chief engineer couldn't leave his colony, but he relayed my request to his people. The albino rat I saw mending nets shyly stepped forward. I'm good at fixing things, he said, earnestly. And I'd like to see more of the world. I waited for him to gather up some effects and say goodbye to his family before accompanying me on board. Neat. Now they're struggling. Let's see if we can intercede on behalf of them. They were crushed, defeated, and I could see their spirits broken without the light of the Rat Star to guide them. They needed an advocate. A grudging concession. I appealed to the chief engineer's moral fortitude and sense of fair play. Perhaps the Cavies suffered the loss of the light from the center of the island. Perhaps they were only trying to get it back, not steal it from the rats. The chief engineer looked troubled at the thought. We only wanted to be left alone, he said. He looked towards the seneschal, haphazardly bandaged among the rat's other prisoners. Perhaps further negotiation is possible. As I left, I saw the albino rat timidly offering a young Cavi prisoner a piece of fresh fish. Oh, sweet. An occurrence. Let's see. All right, then. There. You finished your diary entry, and the final dregs of the rat's surprisingly good wine. They line up to salute you as you leave the victory banquet, escorting you to the ship through the foundation of their new republic. Hunger quality has gone. Time passes on the Neath's most adorable empire. It's not an empire of cats, though. It's not quite as adorable. Although an empire of cats would probably be straight evil, let's be honest. Help Meridian resolve. Hail, Marinia! The Neath's most adorable nation scurries around your legs. Scintillax harvesters drag heavy bags of the island's bounty to their silos. Industrious rodents work hard on the towering edifices, some of them almost neck-high. Oh, they are not giant rats, they are actually normal-sized rats. I'm aware of the cat island. It's adorable. They're all super friendly. Oh, look at you. You look so happy. Ten to 1 cats to human ratio. Yeah. Where did they get all the food for the cats? Do they actually provide food for the cats, or what's the deal with that? There's no way that an island that small can support a cat population that big. Okay. You have this. Okay, so we need to come back here when stories await again. Oh, we can request repairs here. That's kind of neat. Ooh. These rats will board even a sinking ship, provided the crew is willing to carry some of the heavier tools. Okay, we need 145 echoes to repair right now. Shops. We do not have shops yet. We might be able to get shops later. Veils +2. Oh, we can't speak to the albino tinker. Oh. What does hearts do? Inspire, heal, and defend. We want more pages if we can get them. This one increases mirrors. All right. Steal the rat star. Blue Scintillac. The rats guard it fiercely, but there may be a way, or less direct alternatives. Huh. All right. Actually, officer's journal. And we can't sell anything here. However, we do definitely have enough to sell. I'm gonna go over here and just see if there's anything. That was a bad idea. Let's leave that on. We just need to make it so that we don't have to worry too much about light. Now, the problem that I have is I haven't found a location that I was expecting to find at this point, which means that it definitely moved. Yeah, just empty stretch of sea. Look at that. That's weird as shit. No actual damage. Good. Oh no, we suffered 5 damage. Let's reduce some terror. That's actually pretty good. Over the side. Their eyes are still fierce in death. The sailors sweep them overboard with brooms, careful not to touch them. Neat. Yeah. Terror is too high right now. It's just too worrying. I prefer to try and keep it a bit lower if we can. How much money do we have? 10. 10 echoes to our name. We can fix that though. And before we do this, we will have a lunch with Lucy, I think. Lost 12 hunger, gained 1 memory, lost 10 terror. Nice. That's what we wanted. Neat. All right. We've actually explored a lot more than we were before. Alright, let's stop in and see if we can't get some good repair prices. Go ahead and sell some stuff. We need a bunch more. Hey, there we go. Okay. Go turn in some of these. Ooh. That's do we want to try it? Big Mud Isle. I'm not sure I heard you correctly. Report submitted. Are you quite certain this is the report you wish to make? So be it. Yay! You've seen firsthand the rodent war. Let's try this. This probably won't work, actually. Holy shit, that worked! We do hear some peculiar tales of that place. Good heavens! Here is your payment. This is quite extraordinary. I must rush this upstairs immediately. One moment. He actually believed me. I mean, why wouldn't you? I suppose that's why you try. Oh, nice. What is a keto friends cake? Well, I'm happy about that. We got some fuel out of that, too. I don't think we have anything else. Okay, so let's visit the university. Oh, yes. The university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh, yes. This is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. I don't know how many secrets we had. Oh, we've got one now. The alarming scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her? Is it her? Appointment as university maritime liaison was precautionary to keep his, is it his? Razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah, yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? A lot of memories and a couple seas stories. Here you go. Neat. It's in it. As the alarming scholar listens, tears well in the depths of those shining, or is it blazing, eyes. They overflow, splashing onto the desk blotter. Stop! She sobs at last. This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring the macaw of memories. I wish each individual tone recalled. And another one. The macaw of memories. Oh my god. And a Z story. 2 more needed to reach level 3. Thrilling! Let me hear every detail. First, I must find my fountain pen. Oh, how regrettable. It has a spider impaled on the nib. Excuse me. Let me... Good heavens, it's still alive! Pass me that volume of Gibbon. There we go. Do you have another pen? Ew. That was interesting. Let's see if we can't take the cattery air out. We can increase hearts. I don't want to increase hearts. I want to increase this thing. Yay, 2 more iron. I like iron. And more fragments. Yeah, we'll have a day. I don't know what that'll do eventually. Unlocked with 1 times revelatory. Wait, what? Speak of moves in the great game. Moves in the great game. What do you need? We need repairs. And we're up to 68 again. Sweet. L&S will do you a fair job for a decent price, but they have a reputation for cutting corners. Yay. That makes me happy. Employ Ratus Faber engineers. The rats of fallen London are remarkably skilled engineers, and they know ships well. They are not, however, reliable. Payment is in kind, not currency. This will repair some of your hull. How much? Difficult to say. Ah, okay. So you can spend supplies to pay. That's neat. Okay, well, that's pretty much all we needed to do here, so I think it's time to head out again. We've got enough, actually. We've got enough wine to head back to a specific location. We're going to go to the corpse colony again. Terra's 23 now. Let's see if we can't use that recent news with Hunter's Keep. And just get a little bit of extra supplies. Wouldn't hurt anything. News! Lucy! Or Lester, because yes. Also reconnoitered the island again, because why not? Neat. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. We might actually be able to make enough money to make a couple of ship upgrades pretty soon here. Like maybe a better cannon. Or just a better light. It's time to head over to Venderbite again. The tomb colonies. What is that? Oh, are these undiscovered locations? Actually, not sure. Jesus, this map is just huge. Our terror down to 15. Not bad. Actually pretty damn good. We might as well join in the celebration, right? The tomb colonists of Venderbite have few pleasures remaining. Their new home is an echoing place of rare dust. Perhaps you can help a little. Your former passenger waits on docks. They've brought friends. Thirsty friends. Your former passenger and their friends would be delighted if you'd raise a glass with them. You are somewhere dark. Something happened, and there are moths. What are these things? What are all these things? I was hoping that might... Oh, Hey, we've gained lamentable relics. We... I wonder what those are. This is all of us one day. But let's not be in a tearing hurry about it. Oh, the skulls. They're skulls. Great. Of course, they're skulls. I still can't believe that Sekiro somehow ended up getting overruled. I don't even know who added the final logs to this game. You have an outlandish artifact. This belongs to a museum. Assuming that colonial imperial appropriation for the purpose of hegemonic taxon... What is this description? Taxonomization is a suitable response to the problem of intercultural contact, which it probably is, because museums are magnificent institutions. You now have a Sooth and Cooper... You know what? I'm actually fine with gaining all this terror in exchange for all this other stuff we got. Sooth and Cooper long box. On first sight, it looks like a tomb colonist's coffin. On closer examination, it carries stenciling reading Sooth and Cooper and a handwritten tag. Delivery to Depot A, Station 3. Huh. You know, have a tale of terror. Yep. And a deviled bone dice. The nature of these yellowish morsels is unclear, except that they are unlikely to be composed of deceased devils. They are kept in sealed canisters, possibly as ammunition. You've lost one crew. How many sailors do you have aboard? And of course we've lost that. I'm not surprised. We can also sell off memories of distant shores. I think this is the only place. No. Oh man, they'll buy casks of mushroom wine for slightly higher than I can buy them. Okay. Neat. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Anything else that we can do? We now have a port report for vendor bite. Okay. So something else that I want to do is we're going to head up here a little bit. We got a lot of artifacts out of that. Actually, how much space do we have in our hold? 23 out of 40. You saw a scooter with a mini treadmill. I, like, built into the scooter? What? I'm confused. That's an iceberg. That's a lifeberg. We are getting the fuck out of here. That thing is ludicrously powerful. Can we sneak by it? Is there any way? I would like to try. So when you say a scooter with a mini treadmill, what do you mean? Okay. Oh, the logbook is... The snares. This must be Void's approach. The air crackles with frosty radiations. To the north, the false stars fall in the darkness. What is that? Burning blue. A hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. Ah, no. Ah, shit. Your measured and rational speech does you no good. Your crew knows bad luck when they see you. Codex. Hello, Codex. You're new. The Isle of Answers. Codex. A desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Oh, did Kitty wander off? Oh. No, Kitty, come back. Oh. I didn't even notice. She just does that. Rip. Well, she'll come back at some point. This is her favorite spot to sit. If it's not, and let's see if I can actually get this fully in view. Yeah, here we go. Maybe set it like that so you guys can see her in long form. There we are. Where is she? No, she didn't go. Eh. For some reason someone raided you while you were offline? That's weird. Don't know why someone would do that. Maybe they thought you were online and just wanted to raid you. Was this someone you knew, Level? Anyway. Acquire a doomed monster hunter. Unlocked with one searing enigma. Huh. Compile a port report. No one will speak. This is a challenge. The exiles see many come, fewer leave. Some are even willing to communicate, but the gestures are unfamiliar, the meanings unclear. Even when you can understand, these are answers without questions, as useless as a key without a lock. We'll have to come back here when we have a searing enigma. Wait. Oh, hey, we can buy stuff here. I didn't think we would be able to. That's interesting. Can't sell anything. Let you start and end a stream to raid ult. I mean, why not? Ult's a decent person to raid. He's always around. A chilly city beside a waste of salt. Wither. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here, you might almost imagine that they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with unlikely color. Explore the town. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of gray stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have the irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there. There are odd sights tucked away. Okay. You now have the god of the Z, Storm's attention. Huh. All right then. Shops. They got the hunter's cage. The figurehead of the Eater of Names. This weird skull once adorned the warm-drawn priest barge of the Chelenate. Death laid out for your careful inspection. Interesting. Ah, you can trade. You can trade for a lot of things here. Tales of Terrors and all that. Did I ever play Destiny 2? I have. I really did not enjoy it. God, I was completely unimpressed by it, I think is the term that I ended up using. We've gained a secret. The Odison Straits, which I don't think lead anywhere, so I don't know why I'm going down here. Yeah, these don't go anywhere. So, let's try. And turn around. Head back the way we came. I just wanted to see the edge of the map here, so that I didn't have to worry about missing anything. Okay, now we have to dodge that life berg on the way out. That's gonna be fun. Let's see here. But yeah, ever since Borderlands, I kind of haven't really enjoyed looter shooters. I played way too much of Borderlands 1 and 2, and then just kind of kept playing them. And that was the point that I just officially burned myself out on looter shooters, and Destiny really didn't do that much to make itself interesting. There's a lot of lifebergs. Seeing more than one enemy in an area is kind of rare. Especially something that big. A white Zebat. A sailor has grown fretful and disobedient, reluctant to go on deck even in port. There's a white Zebat watching me up there. Salt's messenger. Salt's got its eye on me. I'll never see home again. Salt? Salt. Feed the Zebat. Shoot the Zebat. If the bloody thing is frightening your bloody crew, you'll bloody well set in this hash. Oh, I wouldn't mind trying to win a god's favor. Huh. Salt. Salt. One of the nameless gods that sailors fear. This sailor is a conscientious man. Sent him to the sick bay on pretext of a fever. We'll feed him. The Zebat takes fungal crackers from your fingers as boldly as a parrot. It dips its head to you and chirrups something you might mistake for speech. It spreads its wings and leaps into the air. The next day, your crewman is gone, along with one of the ship's boats. No one saw him depart, or knows why. I wonder why. We know something of the three gods of the sea. That's pretty cool. Okay, I think we need to finally make our way back to yeah, so the location that was here originally is no longer here. So I'm wondering where it went. We could sell. They do sell for more here. But I need memories of the distant shore to level up with the university. I guess level up with the university first and then start selling more memories of the distant shore to here if there's a cap on the university level. Lord Fluffy Bottom's accomplishments. You confirmed, at least, that they are where they are. That would be an improvement. That would be a notable improvement. It costs 1,000 echoes to get that. That might be something that we should consider saving up for. But, of course, bigger ships require more power. I might actually want to consider upgrading my engine first. What? Something aggressive this way comes? Probably a bat. Yeah. Swarm of Z-bats. Maybe we can catch them unawares. Be a good way to get rid of some terror. I think they wandered off. Oh well. Oh, there they are. Ah, damn it. I need a scooter that looks differently than the ones in the city. I need to keep reducing terror somehow. Which means leaving the light on, goddammit. Can we make it all the way back to Fallen London? We're gonna run out of food, I think. Hey! Oh. Oh, sweet. We do about half their health and damage. Alright, let's see what we get. Lean picking. Gain some fuel. I'm fine with that. A little bit of damage for a little bit of fuel. Not really worth it. Okay, and we've made it all the way back. Well, we're almost all the way back. Wait, Uber makes scooters? When the hell did Uber make scooters? Let's get rid of some fear. Anything that reduces fear is fine by me. And we'll come back in a bit. Get rid of some more fear. Get some news from London. My iron at now? 44. I think I'll stop increasing it around 50. Is it? Huh. Wow. Okay. Well, stop by here. We still don't have anything to give the Labyrinth of Tigers. This is my dream, is to give them something. Alarming Scholar, go! I have all of the things to give you. Look at all this stuff. Look at all this crap. You'll love it. A careful scrutiny. We have something like that, he declares, but not very like that. Interesting. I have some ideas about suitable fees. Oh wow, 100 echoes, Jesus. One more to reach level 3. We have a lamentable relic. This would be so terribly wasted in an ossuary. He buffs the cranium with a sleeve. I think a climbing briar rose will suit this one rather well. A yellow rose, perhaps. Thank you so much. Let's keep this between ourselves. Okay, 5 echoes, sure. And Favors Antiquarian has increased to 3. Memories? Okay, we might actually be able to get it higher. Oh, lime. Oh man, those things are all over the place. I love their bikes. I actually like the idea of just these bikes that you can check out because no one has time to have a single bike to their name now. As the alarming scholar listens, right, we've already read this. More echoes. Yeah, 4. I don't even know what this number is doing. I just know that it is increasing. Okay. 4 more needed to reach level 5. Okay, cool. We have 205 echoes now. That's really good. That was well worth getting all the wine. Okay. Let's see. Stop by. We can hire some more crew, which would be worth it. Because we're down to 6 now. Lean pickings, great. We failed the challenge. Yay, rich pickings. Okay, now we're back up to full. Okay, down to 85, and now we turn in all of our... we talk to the dark spectacled admiral, and we turn in all of our port reports. Venderbite. And Wither. Wither's actually a really good place, because it's far enough away that it's worth going to. Codex is a new one. Exiled for giving answers. That's Wither for you. Anything new? Oh, is that why people end up in Codex? Suppose that makes sense. Makes more sense as to why they're not able to talk or unwilling to talk. Need another day, a new recruit 1. Okay. Neat. And we don't have anything else that we can really do here, so it's time to head off. Let's see how much fuel we have. We have 7. We have 3 supplies. We're gonna need more supplies. Damn. Shops. We can turn in some favors. How many of these do I need? I have 4 right now. Okay, what do we have now? 14. Good. Lodge for the night? We could lodge for the night. Just to decrease terror a little bit. Ooh. Once your lodgings are large enough to support a study, you can create items such as an ironclad will, a whispering trophy cabinet, or the Zong of the Z. Of course it's the Zong of the Z. I love it. We need 1,000 echoes to purchase an elegant townhouse, but it seems like that actually would be worth it. Because then we have the study, which is nice. Let's read the morning papers for recent news. Have a restful night. -1 terror. We can bring that down to 12 terror, which is good. You have known a sweet and dreamless sleep. This will strengthen you when you struggle against nightmares. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Oh shit. Supplies. Shops. Gonna head out further. See if we can't find anything interesting. Let's head out this way, I think. Because why not? It's so hard to keep supplies up. Yeah, pretty much. It's just because everything sends you north. I kind of think of north as just the tutorial area. And at this point, we've more or less completed the tutorial. Where's my kitty? I actually don't know where my kitty is. She is somewhere. Not somewhere I know. Actually, until she comes back. Turn the video capture device off. No reason to have it on when she's not around. Whatever happened to Crazy Eyeball Lady? She died. Slipped beneath the waves. That was with the original character. We were only able to save one person, and I wanted to save the clattery air. Lucy. Go ahead and get that. All right, let's start heading downwards and see what we can find. A jellyfish. Ah, it just barely got us. Gotcha. Let's let it disperse. You know, have one Z story. That's what's down there, just more jellyfish. Didn't lose that much health, actually. Not as much as I was expecting. Jellyfish are kind of hard to avoid. Need more maneuverable ships for that. A discreet opportunity has arisen. Apologies. Oh. I just realized you can dock here. What is this? Light ship, far from home. They long for news of home. In the bleaching glare of the lens, among the smell of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terror recedes. Huh. We can purchase fuel if we have echoes. We don't. Interesting. That also is a way to get something out of it. Yeah, we're looking for a lighthouse. Like that one over there. We actually already know where that one is, though. Ah. Stop that, you crab. Why can I not? Please don't tell me I'm out of ammo. I don't want to die to a crab. Stupid crab! There. Might want to use a supply to do some repairs. See if we can't butcher this one. The crew will feast. The glowing flesh is unstable. It crisps and withers as the glow fades. So eat while it's fresh. Youch. Those crabs did a number on me. See how far out we can get before I feel like I need to turn back. I love this game's music too. Oh, guess what we found? I recognize this place. At least I think I do. Oh. I don't recognize it as well as I had hoped. Oh, no, I do. Shit. Oh, shit. Those things are torpedoes. We found Gator's Morn. Pay the loitering docker for his strategic information. Admiralty sent you? Price has gone up. It's not safe here. You'll pay the difference, won't you? No. Introduce Blemigans to Morn. Oh my god, you can introduce the Blemigans to Morn. You come across a crew of Chilenate hunters exchanging heated insults with a Kanate privateer. It looks likely to end in blood. Huh. I like the Chelonians. Kind of death priests, if I remember right. But I'm going to side with the Kaganians. The Chelonians are a fierce crew, but with your assistance, the Kaganians send them running. The privateer lieutenants still wear the red and gold uniform of the Kanate Navy, though his epaulets are gone and you doubt he's entitled to it. He clasps your hand. Thank you. Show this sign if you ever come to the Khan's heart. He drops a pewter horsehead talisman into your hand. You'll find a warmer welcome. I probably would have not come out of that well off if I tried to raise my own flag. A pewter horsehead. Okay. Neat. It's a Veils thing. Do we want to try this? Hey, sweet, we succeeded. A steaming bathhouse on a spur of rock. Water slops over the edge of the tubs, out over the edge to join the Z far below. Scarred captains boast drunkenly of the prizes they've taken and the victims they have marked out. You listen from the shadows. Huh. A drinking den for the dock cradles is a good place for your crew to find companionship and let off steam. But although Gators mourn as a free port, the Corsairs prefer their own and look askance at respectable Londoners. Cold shoulder at the errant limpet. Conversation quietens as the drinkers look round. You've been here too long, and you're attracting the wrong kind of attention. Time to move on. I think we're good to go now. Wait. Anything in the shops? What do they sell? Okay, they buy mushroom wine for 23 here. Prisoner's honey for 26. Unstamped crate of brilliant souls. So they don't sell here, but they do buy. Oh no, never mind. I just don't have the money to actually pay them. I do want that concealed compartment at some point. Someday. Okay. Time to head home. Who would have thought that Gators Mourn would be over here of all places? It definitely moved. Or maybe London did. Hard to say. Alright, time to head home. Can we increase our hearts a little bit? It's a straight trade. One of your best discoveries for one of hers. It's not hard to drive the bargain. She sits back after dinner and tells you this. Most people think that the hard part of surgery is finding what's wrong and taking it out, but any fool could do that. A ship's cook with a cleaver can have that part of the job. The hard part is cutting so you can sew it all back up again afterwards. And she demonstrates on a shark fin, leaving it in a better condition than it started. Neat. I just seem to see heart in need constantly. What is that? Over there. The Sisterhood. Hello, Crabbo. More fragments, more fragments. Let's go ahead and visit the Sisterhood, see what they have to say. Does it? Here is the Grim Sisters' lair. Abbey Rock. A black spit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go. And that's how the Sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress covenant. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. "20 echoes to be precise." Resources are limited on this bleak rock. Sisterhood will pay a fair price for supplies. Not a good price, mind. No shops. Okay. Compile a port report. As always. Nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks, withdraws. The fortress stands stolid as the last year of a century. The greatest peril you risk there is a certain purpleness of prose. Gonna need more recent news for that. The Sisterhood respects two things: unswerving decades of fidelity to a wholly secret purpose, and the ability to shoot straight. Perhaps you can demonstrate the second. A hunting trophy. Search the surroundings. You can't be the first to come here. A map, a mask, the face beneath. Someone died here, far from home, long enough ago that their flesh is gone. A visager by the look of their frog mask. The mask will be worth a bit. The skull would look good on a mantelpiece. And what's this map? Something pleasant will happen. An outlandish artifact, a lamentable relic, a revelatory chart. Now this is interesting. And we got some terror, which isn't great, but 26 is still pretty low. Let's watch the convent. Like huge and deadly herons, the sisters stalk around the very tops of the walls. You watch through a spyglass as they leap and whirl, slashing at each other with a variety of frightening weapons. God! One of them just turned a somersault. Neat. Alright, back to fallen London. Let's turn that light off. Well, we did do a fair amount of exploring. We actually... What is this? I might want to visit Pigmoat Isle pretty soon and see if anything's changed there. Alright, so we've got a revelatory chart to turn in. I don't know what that'll give me. I imagine a fair amount of money. We also have strategic information, which we can choose to hold on to. All the clatter and song from the dockside. It soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? What's this? Let's see. Something has changed in the Neath. Another day. Time. The healer. Your time at Z will change you. And London. Someone wants to sign on. Blind Bruiser attends to his business at the docks. You know, have another day, another free evening. Sure. Wait, Level, are you streaming and watching the stream? In chat? Good evening, my lord. And what a marvelous evening it is, if you don't mind my saying so. And given it is my impression you are an obliging sort, I imagine you will not mind at all. And since you are so very obliging, perhaps you wouldn't mind making a little detour via Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo, if that happens in the area. The cheery man will, of course, cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. Sure. Generally somewhere northeast of London. If you would be so kind to deliver this little gift to our friend in Mount Palmerston, then they'll want to see what they will see we gets to hear about it. And when you come back, we'll cover your expenses. Bon voyage, as my aunt, who was French by birth, if not by inclination, used to like to say. Unstamped crate of brilliant souls. We're soul trading. He just seems so nice, you know? Yeah. Two more until level 5. A Z story. To this day, I don't really know what this is doing. I'm just increasing it. I imagine at some point. We're actually getting a fair amount of money out of it at least, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Yeah. A Caligo class merchant cruiser. Let's see here. Shame that we can't get supplies for turning in things. Okay. Who is this merchant venturer? An urchin tugs your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits at the lamplight's edge. Speak to the merchant venturer. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. An opportunity for profit. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. Ooh. The venturer has a request. Speak to him further or check your journal. Hunting trophies. Scintillac. How many? Didn't I have 3 Scintillac? Thousand echoes for 7. Hoo boy. That's pretty good. That's enough for a new boat. Or a manor. Or a boat manor. Hang on. Let me check my hold. I think I've got Scintillac, don't I? Yeah, I've got 3 of them. I'm not selling Scintillac for that. Not when I can sell 7 for 1,000. That's pretty damn good. Double bone dice. I feel like these are going to be useful for something later. Yeah, we can sell mushroom wine and just use that to wander back and forth, but I don't think we'd make much money off of it. Not unless we were buying it in very large quantities. Because we get, what, 2 every time? Prisoner's honey would be getting, 2 as well. That's not great. Well, let's see. Torpedo components. In one of the most striking coincidences of our times, torpedoes are torpedo-shaped. Torpedo nets? Huh. I don't even know what kind of gun I'm using right now. I just know I have a gun. Would it be worth getting a bigger gun so that I can hunt things down a little bit easier? Probably not. A leadbeater and stain rod reconditioned frigate surplus deck gun Mark II. That's what we've got right now. We can get this thing, which would be a pretty massive upgrade. Sure. Seaworm torpedoes are small but lethal. Dun, dun. Oh, it's a torpedo. I feel like Hmm. Okay. In a moment. Can we equip this? It is a forward weapon, which we do not actually have the slot for. Okay. Shit. I wish we could leave it here so it didn't have any chance of dying, but that is not the case, probably. Well, we can at least get half of it back. We could buy a second gun. I think this... Okay, this is the deck weapon. So this would be the upgrade to the current one. But I will actually go ahead and buy another one. And equip it. Oh. Okay, I'm just officially dumb. Right, I thought that you could equip it in one of the other slots, but no. Auxiliary and bridge. Yeah, no, I'm just officially dumb. Okay. Wasting all my money. Oh wow, that is just like not even a good sell price. I think that sells the one that's on my ship right now. No? Yeah. What are we currently using for our engine? An elderly steeple engine. Okay. Okay. Bigger engines cost significantly more than I have. Okay, if that's the case, then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna buy a bunch of supplies so that we have them. Then we're gonna talk to a visit to Cleatherman's tattoo parlor. You're a real zeller now, after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and pray places by the docks, but the prices at Cleatherman's are rather reasonable, and his daughters are real artists. But what sign will you choose? Huh. This will increase your iron by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points. That's pretty good. That just sets our terror down to 2. I wonder if you can get all of these over time. With a Z story. Oh, you can use... Oh. If you want your memories on your skin, you'd be a squid. This will reduce your terror to 0 once only. Yeah. But we could also get that. The gold needle pricks. Lily Clathermont hums. The design is complete. Scales mapping your fingers like gauntlets. Wear it proudly. Oh, nice, Malorthy. That is something that I should probably do at some point too. Your own sweet skin is now your the dauntless hand. Okay, so I imagine you can't actually get multiples of those. But hey, I'll take a little bit more iron. Let's see, the Alarming Scholar doesn't have anything we can do because we already turned in everything for him. Moves in a great game. Ooh, outlandish artifact. Oh, I probably should. Okay, so whenever we're here, I need to check the Roser's Wharf. Because I just realized I could have sold an outlandish artifact to this guy for probably a lot more. Because outlandish artifacts are 100 if you sell them to the Alarming Scholar. But I imagine they get more expensive at the Roser's Wharf. Oh, is it time? Yeah, you're right. Let's turn this in and just see where we are. Now we're gonna submit the port reports. Gator's Mourn. Oh, nice. Hunter's Keep. Abbey Rock. Let's submit this revelatory chart and see exactly what this thing does. 250 echoes. Jesus. He scrutinizes the chart minutely minutely through a lens. He doesn't, you notice, remove the dark spectacles. It passes muster, he remarks. The usual fee applies. Nice. Do we have any more port reports? No, we do not. If there's anything in particular he needs. Avid Horizon, somewhere northeast of London. Alright, that's where we're going next. We need to go northeast anyway. Wait, northeast? Yeah, northeast. Okay. Do we want to repair? Yeah, we probably want to repair. Go to the Wolfstock docks. We don't need to hire on more crew right now. Oh, we do have a new recruit though. We need a cook and a chief engineer. We do not need, however, a sigil-ridden navigator. Mirrors and veils. You're only mirrors, actually. You would be something that I want. Let me guide your ship. I know all the Z. How it was, how it will be. Please, the headaches only stop when I'm working. Welcome aboard. Thank you. Oh my god, the air. It's clearer already. Let me chart a course for you. Ah, my head. Alright, we now have a sigil-ridden navigator. And that's what we're going to start with next time. Let's briefly... Yeah, he's just a straight upgrade. Neat. What are we looking at now with Veils? 28? Not bad. Alright. Oh, right. Yeah, the game will save. So, thank you all for joining us around the campfire tonight. Feel free to stay until dawn, but stories are done for now. You can join the community at Discord or support the campgrounds through all of the usual methods. Follows, Patreons, donations, or subscriptions. There's also a Humble Bundle link that gets you something in return for your donation. I know. I just hadn't changed it yet. Anyway, thank you to my continued supporters, Specsnick, Veritanium, Captain Flash, Muddy, NBFF, Alpha MGZO, Zebgrin, The Soul King 10, Cynical Feliday, and 10 Ace Games. Thank you everyone for continuing to support me. Until next time, have a safe trip through the Dark Forest, and I think if Level actually is streaming. Yeah, oh, Ferret's streaming with Witcher 3. Yes, yes, we're gonna raid Ferret. It's been a while since we've had a successful raid of the Veritanium. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed this stream, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Which I don't know what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but whatever.